I'm Melissa from Swindon Libraries and Information Service, just back for another short ideas video for something that you might want to do during January when perhaps we feel a little bit flat and are looking for things to cheer ourselves up really. So my idea now is that perhaps you've got an old item of clothing that either has been grown out of or it's marked or stained, that means that you maybe can't pass it on to somebody else, or actually it's got memories for you and you'd like to keep it but it's not possible to wear. So I've got a shirt of mine here, obviously with cats on, and it has become a bit marked in the arm area. So what I've done then is I've taken a long strip, just a rectangle, down the front by the buttons. Okay. And another good place to cut, of course, is right across the back, because you get a nice bit of fabric there. So just have a look at how you might be able to cut it. And with my fabric rectangle, about 10 centimetres by 60 centimetres, roughly straight with your cutting. Don't worry if it's a little bit wonk. Okay. Once you get your rectangle, fold it in half with the pattern, if you can just see the pattern inside. Okay, and then I've just ironed it to make a nice sharp line, just so that again it's easier for you to see. Okay, so 60 centimetres by 10 centimetres, folded it in half, and then I've just drawn a pale line 1 centimetre in. Now it's folded in half, and that's going to be my sewing line. Now don't worry, this is really simple sew stuff, and again I'm doing it in orange so that you can see. So I've got my strip of fabric, and I've got just some cheap hairbands from discount shop, supermarket, something like that, nothing special. And then what I'm doing is, you can see I've started this here, I've trapped it within my fabric. Okay, so then as I sew up the fabric, I need to keep bringing the hair bubble along with me. Okay, so the hair bubble always needs to stay the crease side of my fabric. Oh dear me, sewing on a camera is a lot harder than you would think. Okay, so just doing a simple running stitch. Okay, roughly on that straight line. Hopefully yours will be a little bit less wonky than mine. Okay, and you can see that I've trapped the band in there. I just keep moving it along as I go down the fabric. When I get to this end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn round and stitch back so that the running stitch is filled in and it becomes a solid row of stitches. Okay, then just fasten the end of your thread securely when you want to stop sewing. Okay, now what you then need to do is to turn your nice little tunnel of fabric through the other way. Okay, so you can see that my cats that were inside out, they're now coming through and you can see the pattern properly. Okay, so when you've turned all of your fabric out, you're going to get something a bit like this. Okay, and that's with those measurements that I gave you just from this shirt, so no need to buy fabric specially, although you could use the same idea. Then you'll see this is what's happened when I've got my tunnel of fabric, I've turned it through, is I've now got these two loose ends. And what you need to do is just to tuck the raw edge inside and the raw edge inside, and then tuck one into the other. Okay, and then just quickly stitch round that new seam. And then this will give you something like this, okay? Which again, you can see I need to do the sewing up, or you might want to adjust your measurements if it's for somebody a little bit younger or who's got less bulk of hair, and another Christmassy one. Okay, I made some of these for my friends for Christmas. So hope you have a good go with that one. It is nice to think that a top or a shirt that you can't wear anymore could still be something that you enjoy seeing. See you soon.